NBA free agency.
NBA free agency.
NBA free agency.
NBA free agency.
Completely redone. Starting off with PG-13. I put PG on the Pacers because that's where it all started. Let's be honest, he fit perfectly with the youth they got over there. Also, he's another shot maker, so Pacers fans won't have to count on Nembhard to take the last shot. It also gives PG a chance of winning, which is something he really wanted. At this point, PG has accepted he's not the Batman we all want him to be, so sending him over to the Pacers, he would squeeze in perfectly. Just imagine PG and Miles turn a pick and roll. Who's stopping that? Putting PG on the Pacers would be a risky move though, due to the youth and potentially their costly mistakes, threatening his chances of winning. Is PG willing to take a leadership role and maybe be an alpha? Will they even be able to beat the Celtics? I think putting PG there, they'll actually have a chance if he turns into playoff P. How the hell that even started? The Pacers do get more spacing with PG on the floor. It'll be Indiana basketball at its peak again. A move I made that all of us would like is Isaiah Hartenstein staying with the Knicks. Zay proved that he's definitely dominant with the Knicks, as we saw his talents fully exposed. Man has a sweet game under the free throw line, and he also plays with electric energy and some grit. Let's take a second to picture Makeover with Zay. I mean, with those two, you might as well give the Knicks an early Eastern second round exit. Jokes aside, is Zay not better than Mitch though? I'd rather keep him. One concern with putting Zay on the Knicks though is, will he live up to the hype for 82 games? After the amount of money he would get paid, will we see any development in his game? Because you know, Knicks fans are quick to turn on you like a gold digger. Also, things could get a little sloppy with Julius Randle coming back, as we know he's a dominant post player. Spacing might get a little tricky. Signing Zay with the Knicks, I believe he develops a short corner game and even a tray ball. The chemistry will already be there, so we would expect the Knicks to have a great start. It'll be an interesting season, but is it enough to beat the Celtics? Possibly with the development of his game. I see the Celtics struggling against the Knicks. Eric Gordon, yeah, I put him on the Mavs. Eric Gordon will be a great piece, especially since the Mavs lost my Australian brother in Josh Green. Eric Gordon is the sniper the Mavs need. When Eric Gordon shoots, you just drop your shoulders and turn around knowing he's going in, especially since he shoots 40% from the tray ball. Eric Gordon also plays with a level of toughness and energy you can't teach. His defense may be questionable with his age and them knees. He has like 192 miles on them knees. Other than that, I'm kind of worried, can he sustain a premium shooting at a high clip during the regular season playoffs while avoiding getting the shooting slip at the wrong moment? I will say though, he's a better replacement for Tim Hardaway Jr., who gives you 30 when the fourth string isn't. Other than that, that man is nowhere to be found. And Gordon offers the Mavs some vet leadership and playoff experience, which is irreplaceable. The amount of spacing the Mavs will have with Eric Gordon on the floor, it'll be like the open sea. This will give Eric Gordon the opportunity to show the Mavs he's still worth another contract with them, as he's been passed around like a blunt since the Rockets. The addition will patch up some of the issues the Mavs face in the playoffs against the Celtics. He'll be left the Mavs Black Sam Hauser. The lone right, yeah, I signed him with the Bucks. They need defense, and Adrian Griffin, he's hard-nosed and scrappy and willing to strap up your favorite player. Malik Monk, now this man will give you 40, not sure about his defense, so I kept him on the Kings. Feel like he's a perfect fit for them. There's no point of moving him, as the Kings are trying to build something special. They have been swept under the rug with all this nepotism going on in the league though. I'm just kidding though. Bronny, I really hope you succeed and shut the haters up. The Kings will have to find out though, is he worth all the money they just paid him? And if he can come back hooping next season at the same level, hopefully better. Malik seems to be comfortable there, and the chemistry is magnetic with them guys. So why cheat on the Kings by putting him on another team? I signed the beard. I want you guys to guess. 3, 2, 1. With the Houston Rockets. Yes, with Fran VanVleet there, Harden can play the 2 guard and Jalen Green plays the 3 again. Harden brings an abundance of offense while not having to really facilitate with VanVleet there running the point. H-Town will actually be lit again. The only thing I kind of worried about with doing this move is, will Harden actually play defense, and will he fit Ime Udoka's coaching style? Honestly, is he okay also taking a backseat to the young guys so they can improve? James is someone that's crafty and can create offense, forcing a lot of defensive issues for teams. Harden can also be a leader for the young guys. The Rockets won't win a championship, but it would be pretty interesting to see him cooking in Houston again. But will Harden put up prime beard numbers like the first time in Houston? KCP, I put him on Dallas Mavericks as it was time for him to move on. KCP is like Josh Green on steroids and darker. KCP is a high energy defender willing to do whatever it takes to win. He's also a great shooter, so he would improve the Mavs' disappointing perimeter shooting that sticks out like a sore thumb. And also, you can count on him to hit timely shots. He'll be a perfect fit because KCP is also a vocal leader. He's your ultimate wild card. He's your wish Derek White. One thing about putting him on the Mavs though is, will they allow him to be free? As we all know, Luka's ball dominant. Can KCP be more than just a spot shooter and defender well? Will he be able to create his own shot? Because as we saw in last year's round, that's definitely a must for Dallas role players. And will KCP have the same impact he did on Denver? Other than that, KCP does bring championship experience, which is something the Mavs really don't have. I think this is definitely something the Mavs need if they want to beat the Celtics. Kyle Anderson, we signed him to the Denver Nuggets. Feel like he complements Jokic with his IQ. Slow-mo can also knock down threes when he feels like it, so it'll give the Nuggets a shooter potentially. Slow-mo helps the Nuggets size, and he can switch 1 through 5, which is value since nowadays we play positionless basketball. DeAnthony Melton will be golden for the Warriors. You see what I did there? He's a good scorer who can come off the bench. Jordan Poole 2.0, I don't know about that. Never mind. Klay Thompson, man, I signed this man to the Nova Knicks. All you Knicks fans, if you got something to say it in the comments. Klay gives the Knicks size and shooting. He's a better Josh Hart. This man Klay has no ego. He'll be the ideal plug and play. He's also an excellent defender post injury, in my honest opinion. The amount easy looks Jalen.
Some drives, pulls up, jump shot.
would be insane. The Nova Knicks would be like a Swiss Army knife, unlimited weapons. I must admit though, will we be getting prime Clay or AliExpress Clay though? Also, can Clay prove that he can stay healthy and that his knees aren't made out of glass while performing at a high level? Listen, adding Clay to the Knickerboxers, they might actually be able to beat the Celtics and have New York on tilt, because the Celtics will be so frightened about Clay coming off screens, giving the Celtics more mental laps, allowing Jalen and Julius Randle to score with ease. This will give Clay a chance to show the world he still got it, that he can win without Draymond stuff, that he's worth more than people think. Najee Marshall is a young up-and-coming player, and he's now a Houston Rocket. He'll be another chunk of youth for them. I put Bobo on the Mavs. Bobo can be the Mavs Wemby. He's a skilled big man that can shoot and dribble. He'll give them another lob threat while stretching the floor. Not only that, Bobo can also protect the rim for the Mavs. It'll be easier for Luka to play 5 out, and we all know no one's stopping these guys one-on-one. Making the signing though, I was a little unsure about Bobo's motor. Will we get a high motor Bobo or a low motor Bobo? Is he also ready to actually have a huge role on the team? Bobo honestly just needs a chance, and the Mavs would have been a perfect situation for him. Get rid of Kleber and input Bobo. He's lengthier, taller, and a better shooter in my opinion. Bobo can help the Mavs win a championship. He'll create so many mismatches on the floor for the Mavs. Bobo honestly just needs an opportunity where he can thrive, as he's had a pretty disappointing career so far, especially with his potential and who his dad is. The pressure is on for Bobo, as he might be 1 foot out the league. Colin Gillespie, I signed him with the Suns. Man, Suns need a point guard, and he'll be that for them. Someone who can control the game and just wants to win with no ego. Man needs a chance for real as well. The only thing is, I'm not sure if he can shoot at a high clip. Mason Plumlee and Monte Morris went to the Pistons for video purposes only. Somebody had to get sent to the gulag. I signed DeMar DeRozan to the Cavs. Putting DeMar on the Cavs gives him a killer small forward, which is something they've been lacking. DeMar is a killer in the post, and he can basically freeze the game with his playing style. He'll have an all-star PG and Darius Garland, a killer shooting guard, and Donovan Mitchell. Putting him on the Cavs though, I wonder how many touches DeMar will get, as we know Donovan Mitchell is pretty ball dominant. Also, what would the playstyle be for the Cavs? DeMar on the Cavs will actually give them a chance to compete in the East, I must admit. Will they beat Boston? No, but it'll make a great season for Cavs fans. James Wiseman, I put him on the Nets. He can showcase his skills as the Nets are in rebuilding mode, and they will help amplify his skill to the world because New York gasses anything. Wiseman can stretch the floor and play defense. We would just have to hope he doesn't get injured and actually performs, as he's had a disappointing career so far. Playing on the Nets will give Wiseman the opportunity to make as many mistakes as possible with little to no pressure to win a championship, and that the Warriors just didn't give him enough time. We're keeping Obi Toppin on the Pacers, boys. He's electric, he plays fast, and he's like a match made in heaven for the Pacers. No need to move Obi. I put LeBron on the Mavs, as you can see from the thumbnail. Psych. LeBron take his talents to
South Beach.
Jimmy Butler now gets to play the 2 guard again and has less offensive responsibility. It's like D-Wade for Bron. Not only that, Bron gets a chance to have less of a role. It's basically the Heat Big 3 all over again. Bam, Bron, and Jimmy. LeBron is at that age though. This man is almost 40, so is he ready to commit to the Heat culture once again? Actually play defense? Bron though would be another scorer for the Heat. He can actually help them win a championship. The Heat will need a bit more shoes around them. Knowing the Heat though, they'll probably find some undrafted guy. Pascal Siakam is another Pacer I didn't move. We definitely saw last season that Pascal enjoys playing with the Pacer and that he's really like that. I could have put Pascal anywhere, as he's a guy you just kind of plug in, but nah, Pacers is perfectly fine. But can he actually perform again next season and actually take them far? Due to the fact that teams are healthier and better, it might get a little shaky for the Pacers. Pascal does help the Pacers championship odds, as he's a nightmare for opponents. Sticking with the Pacers gives Pascal the ability to prove he can win without Kawhi. Not only that, but make history with the Pacers, help him win their first championship and God knows how long. Luka Garza, we signed him to the Nuggets. I like Luka with Jokic so he can develop his game and learn a lot. He may even get some opportunity, as Luka's actually cold. Just look up his Iowa stats. Royce O'Neal stays with the Suns, no need to move him anywhere. Chris Paul, I signed him back to the Suns. CP3 is the point guard the Suns desperately need. Bringing CP3 back basically allows D-Bug, Bill, and KD to beat themselves. CP3 is like an evil genius. Man can manipulate the game in so many ways. You can't lose with him. Never mind. With CP3 competitiveness and leadership, he'll be able to give the Suns an identity because he's willing to say what's on his mind. A ball handler who ain't looking to shore, that could never be me. I'm going for 40. At this point, CP3 career, he just wants to contribute to winning. The only thing is CP3 is like 65 in hoop years, so it's a massive risk to see if he still has anything left in the tank because it's almost on E. Not only that, his legacy may even take a bit of a dip because if you have a bomb squad and still manage to lose, we may question how great you really are. It's a gamble that Switch taking for your Suns after getting swept in the first round. If the Suns really want to avoid getting swept again, they should sign Cliff Paul. Wrong one, I mean Chris Paul. We putting Derrick Jones Jr. back on the Mavs, man. I understand why he left, better pay and an opportunity to still win a championship with the Clippers, but the Mavs need him. He was the head of the stake when it comes to defense. He was disruptive on the floor, and DJ was a huge lob there. DJ was a star in his role. The only thing is, he needed to improve his shooting, which now he knows. As long as DJ gets in the gym this summer, we will see a more consistent Trey Ball. Patrick Williams stays on the Bulls. He gets the opportunity to get better while playing through mistakes. Jonas Valanciunas, I decided to actually put him on the Lakers. He's like a bruiser that dominates the paint, that hurts people while shooting at a high percentage, and he finally allows Anthony Davis to play the 4. I feel like that really unlocks the Lakers offense. He's a good rim protector and could be a good rotational guy. Doesn't really help when it comes to championship odds though, because Lakers need a lot more than that. Drew Eubanks, a nice solid big for the Jazz, so we didn't move him. Same thing with Richaun Holmes. He gives the Wizards another piece. Nick Claxton I kept on the Nets because he can be a vet for those young guys. He's also pretty comfortable there, and he deserves the payday. Aaron Holiday signed him with the Rockets. He fits the Rockets youth and brings great energy. He can knock down open shots and a willing defender with his size and length. We kept Emmanuel Quickly, Bruce Brown, and Scotty Barnes together. The Raptors are building something. No need to move any of those pieces. Nick Batum, I put on the Suns. Felt like the Suns can use him as a backup small forward for KD. Batum has shown over the years he can be a 3-and-D guy, and the Suns need a little bit more depth. Kevin Porter Jr., I signed him with the Lakers. They need a guy who can create their own shot and explode at any time. He's like a ticking time bomb. He's also a good defensive piece for them. We may wonder though, is he deserving to play in the league again? Even with that, I still believe he can help the Lakers. Kevin Love stays on the Heat. He can be their vet and shooter for them. Mo Bamba we kept on the Clippers. Max Christie actually signed him to the Jazz so he can get more playing time and blossom. I feel like Max deserves a better opportunity. Last but not least, Chris Dunn, we just kept him on the Clip. Is there any places you would have moved some of your favorite players during free agency? If so, comment down below.